Hey guys, it's Kat. This is 2 weeks worth of what we had for dinner videos this past week and the week prior. Hopefully, this will make up for the lack of videos. So, we had this pasta dish one night. This is just pasta with some kielbasa, peas, and carrots with cheese. You'll see I'm just kind of mixing it up a little bit so you can see what it is. Everybody really likes this one. Benji didn't have the kielbasa in his, but he will gobble up noodles, cheese, and vegetables, which is very handy. You can see these are just the kid-sized portions, but my husband and I had this too. It went over really well. Everybody really enjoys this meal. So it's probably something I will work into our lunch rotations too, since we're homeschooling this year. But that is what we had a couple Mondays ago. Then we had ham steaks with cheesy scalloped potatoes and broccoli and cauliflower. I have to say I was disappointed with this broccoli and cauliflower because it was mostly stems. I was pretty unhappy about that. Like, we had a little bit of the tops and that mostly went to the kids. But yeah, with this bag in particular had a whole lot of stems in it. I don't know. I've not had the best luck with the frozen broccoli and cauliflower at Walmart recently. And that's just a little bit of brown gravy that I made to go on top of the ham. This is a good deal, and when you buy these ham sticks, because you get 7 of them. So we used some for dinner one night, and then you'll see the next night we had breakfast for dinner, and I cut up half of each of the ham steaks that were left over. And we had that with a biscuit, and you'll see I open it here to show you that it's got butter and jam on it, and then cheesy scrambled eggs. We have breakfast for dinner once a week. My 6-year-old really loves it, and if we didn't have it, he gets really bummed out if he doesn't have his breakfast for dinner at least one time a week. Then we had a chicken vegetable pasta. This was just pasta, and I roasted up some zucchini, some squash, some mushrooms, and some tomatoes. And that chicken is some of that pre-cooked chicken that you can find in the store in the refrigerated section. And I just warmed that through, and then I served it with some garlic bread. I really enjoyed this one. I think everybody else was indifferent about it, but I really liked this one. And then Friday nights, as usual, is pizza night. So I just bought this big extra large 5-cheese pizza from one of their in-store pizzas. It's actually really good if you've never had one of their in-store pizzas. They actually taste pretty good. Everybody ate it. My kids, of course, love pizza. But, yeah, I mean, pizza night, it always goes over well. So that's what we had a couple weeks ago. Okay, so this past Monday, I made melty slider sandwiches. The bread fell apart a little bit, but this is just salami and Havarti cheese. And then once I put the lid back on, or the tops back on rather, I just brushed it with some melted butter to help make it all brown and crispy, and it turned out delicious. Everybody likes these. This came out really well. I made it with some corn on the cob. Now, I had to take the corn off the cob for my kids because they both have some wiggly teeth, so they were having a hard time with that. But I also made it with some of those rally fries, so this is what it ended up looking like. The kids, I started them off with one of these little mini sliders, but they ended up eating like 3 apiece. So it went over really big. This is something I don't make very frequently, but I should probably make more often because it's very quick, it's very easy, and everybody likes it. The next night, I made cauliflower soup. This is a really simple, delicious recipe, and it made just enough to serve 4 people. So if you're going to serve more than 4, you need to, make a little bit more, but I'll link the recipe down below if I remember. And then I put a little bit of bacon on top and everything, and I made up some sourdough bread to go alongside it, and this is what it looked like all together. I had put some cheese and some bacon into the soup, and then there was a chunk of sourdough bread for everybody. You can see I already pulled a piece of sourdough bread off there because sourdough is my absolute favorite. So this went over better than I thought it was going to. I didn't think Wesley was going to like it very much, but everybody ate it up. So it's something I might do again. Then we had a beef roast. It's just beef with potatoes, carrots, onions, and celery. I cut the carrots and celery and potatoes in half just to give it a little bit more in there, and then just put the seasoning packet on top, and then I just put water on top of that. Just enough to help fill it a good portion of the way. This came out really well. Now, Wesley is really weird when it comes to potatoes. He doesn't seem to like potato skins at all. It doesn't matter the kind of potato. I just put this on low, and I let this particular one go for about 9 hours. And when it was all done, this is pretty much what it looked like. I don't think I remembered to grab an image of what it looked like when it was all said and done. But for Wesley, I ended up having to kind of peel the skins off the potatoes in order for him to eat it, which was kind of a pain. Here's breakfast for dinner again, and this is just some bacon I have frying up in a pan, and I made apple cinnamon waffles from Walmart this time. It's like if you just do the pancakes, it's a complete mix, but for the waffles you need to add oil and egg. But these were really good. This is what it looked like. You could see I'd honestly forgotten to film it until I'd already eaten some of it, but they were really good, you guys. I do suggest that if you have a chance, you should try it. And then, of course, it's pizza night. Now, my husband and I didn't have pizza this night, but the kids did. This is Domino's Pizza and some chicken. So that's what they ended up having, and that's what we ended up having for the past 2 weeks for dinners. All right, guys, I'll catch you next time. Have a good one.